I'm sure it's nothing you don't like. Yeah, I'm sure.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Colossal here today, guys, and today I'm bringing you some more spoilers. Duelist came out with a few more things the past few days. It's spoiler season right now because Shim'zar is coming out soon, so they're releasing things like every day. Today we're going to hit day 3, 4, and 5. I don't know if everything's out today that they released. They released 2 cards today, so I don't think they're going to release any more than that today. So we have quite a few cards to go over, so this video might be a little long. So let's hop into it. By the way, also did get my gaming computer back. My hard drive broken. I got a brand new hard drive, so I had to reinstall everything and everything like that. Also, I'm testing out a new mic and a new pop filter, and I'm still kind of learning how this thing works. I'm also using OBS Studio. I've never used it before. I normally use classic OBS. So I'm trying everything out. If something sounds awful, or you can give me any tips on how to work with the noise and everything, let me know, because everything helps. But anyways, let's hop into it. I have it up on my screen over here. The first card we're going to talk about, what do I want to talk about first? I think we're going to talk about this card first. This card is called Whisper of the Sands, and this card was released today. It's a 2-mana spell. I'm 99.9% sure it's Vitruvian, even though they didn't tell us, but it's Vitruvian. Come on, let's be real. It's a 2-mana spell. And what it does is it summons a Wind Dervish nearby each friendly obelisk. Then you draw a card. This is awesome. So they want to make Structures a deck in the upcoming release, because they've already released other cards like Wind Slicer, which reduces the cast of them by 1. So this is pretty cool. So, say if you got 2 Fireblaze Obelisk out, it's your turn. 1, you already have 2 Dervishes because of the obelisk. Then you pop this down, you get 2 more, plus you get to draw a card, so you get to refill it. This is a good card. If anyone doesn't tell you this is a good card, this is a good card. Obviously, it's only a good card for a structured deck, but in the current meta, structured decks aren't really a thing, so we got to see how Shim'zar switches around the meta and switches around how Vitruvian is played. So I think this is going to be pretty good. I like that it draws you a card because it refills itself. And, if you want to play, I think if you're playing a aggro deck with structures, if that's even a thing, then this is going to be an auto include in that deck, just because it gives you card draw, and it summons minions depending on how many structures you have. So, yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this. I'm not the biggest Vitruvian player. I don't know anyone who really is a big Vitruvian player. I do like, when I do play Vitruvian, I do normally do pretty well. Almaria Healer is just OP. It can just win games by itself, and I have 3 of them in my deck, so it's pretty easy. Yeah, I only run, I think, two structures to begin with in that deck, so this card right now wouldn't be good for that deck, but like I said, once we see the structure deck, we'll see how things roll from there. The next card I'm going to show you guys is kind of along those lines as well. It's another Vitruvian card. This card was released probably like an hour ago, maybe 2 hours ago. Anyways, this card's an 8-mana card. It's called Circle of Desiccation, and pretty much it destroys all non-structure minions. It's a board wipe. Board wipe for non-structure minions. What else to say about it? I don't think it's that good. I definitely won't use it. Maybe in a structure deck, if you just have a ton of structure minions, maybe you'll run 1 of these, maybe. But like I said, we don't know how structured decks are going to be right now. Right now, not at all. Gimmick card, totally. But like I said, once we see the structure deck and see how good it is, then we'll determine from there. That it is good, then yeah, I would recommend running 1. If it's not good, then we're kind of screwed on it, because I don't think it will be that good in anything else. No one's going to waste 8 mana just to blow up the field for 1 turn when you can just run some kind of other removal. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that card. Hopefully, if we do get a lot of structure minions, then this card will be good. Obviously, only 1 just like Obliterate for Abyssian. So we'll see how things roll. Next card. I'm saving 2 of them for last because they're Abyssian. And, Abyssian's my faction. Abyssian line arc, both of them are. So the next card we're going to talk about is Vaynar. And this card was spoiled yesterday. This is Huldra. Huldra is 5 mana for a 3/4 minion, and its opening gambit is give a friendly Vesper Celerity. Alright, so Celerity is a very good ability to have. Celerity on so many good things. I can name, let's go through the collection, just look at the Vesper minions to begin with. So I don't play a lot of Vaynar. It's not really my best faction. I am still a higher level with it. I'm like 20 something, and surprisingly still not one of my better factions. I still much rather prefer Lionar or Abyssian. But let's see, right now we got Snow Chaser. Celerity on Snow Chaser wouldn't be very effective. Borean Bear, but who really uses that? Cloaker could be good with it if you have Frostfire on it, and then Celerity, Frostfire, Cloaker. That would be great. I'm actually surprised Hearth Sister isn't a Vesper. You got Glacial Elemental. If you're running a straight Vesper deck, which might be a thing, and then when Shim'zar comes out, then this card's going to be great. What else we got? We got nothing on that page. What was I thinking of? What's that big... Oh, Arctic Displacer. This is a card I was thinking about. So, you drop this next to them. Somehow it lives, or like say you have a creature or provoke next to them, and you drop this next to it, and then next turn you drop Huldra, give this Celerity, 20 damage. 20 damage right there. That's going to be amazing. Or this with Spirit of the Wild and Celerity. I don't even think you can do that in one turn. Drop this one turn, next turn drop Spirit of the Wild and Huldra late game, and it's over. So yeah, this, and Draugr is good, and so is Ancient Grove. I shouldn't have to tell you that Huldra would be great with either of them as well, because obviously it would be. This is just going to be great. I'm glad Vaynar has something like this to give them Celerity. It's a little more power in the punch, because I feel like when you play this deck, or not this deck, when you play that faction, you're normally playing a Kara deck that's running just low mana efficient creatures like Shroud and Dreamgazer and just, you know, Healing Mystic, all this low stuff that does so much damage, and it helps out a lot, and they just crank it up to, like, you know, dropping Shroud for a 5/5 and stuff like that. I'm glad they're trying to make Vespers a thing, because I don't feel like anyone really runs it. And then normally if you see Fae, you see aggro Fae, and people just run a ton of aggro cards with it. So I'm glad they're making this a thing. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Vaynar player, so Vaynar players, if you have any ideas with this card, let me know. What do you think would be the best with Celerity? Probably anything. Now the last two that we're going to talk about. The first one is called Night Fiend. Night Fiend is a 5 mana, 3/3, clearly for Abyssian. Its opening gambit is deal 2 damage to each enemy or on or near friendly Shadow Creep. So, as we all know, Shadow Creep is now changing. It doesn't do damage equal to the number of tiles you have out anymore. Each tile only does 1 damage. Duelist already confirmed that if you have 2 Shadow Creep spaces next to one enemy, it will not do 4 damage. It will only do 2 damage. So it's not overpowered. I hear a lot of people saying, like, complaining about this card's overpowered, and now you have to play around this instead of, you know, Shadow Nova, but it's 2 damage. There's so many other cards that are so good in the game that I don't think this card would be that devastating. Yeah, you can clear the board, but, you know, right now we don't have a lot that generates, you know, Shadow Creep spots. So once we see more cards that increase Shadow Creep spots, then we'll see how effective this card will be. Late game, like I said, I don't think it'll be that good. It only does 2 damage. Early game, this card might wreck. Maybe mid game it might wreck. But other than that, I mean, its stats are only a 3/3 for 5 mana. And like I said, it can or can't clear the board. It can do damage to everything on the board that's your opponent's. So that's pretty nice. I think it's a good card. I'm probably going to run 1, maybe 2 in the new Shadow Creep deck, because you guys, I love Abyssian. It's the only faction I have a ribbon with. Almost have my Lionar ribbon. But yeah, we'll see how it works. I'm definitely going to be making deck techs with this, and I'll let you guys know my thought on this card and how it's working for me. I definitely don't think it's OP. I think it has fair stats. I think its ability is fair. I don't think it's clearly that bad. Lastly, the card I want to show you is called Sphere of Darkness. Sphere of Darkness. 1 mana spell. Turn a space into a Shadow Creep. Draw a card. Awesome. This is what we needed to generate spots. This card. This card will be 3 auto-occlude in any Shadow Creep deck. I'm saying it now. You heard it first from me. 3, definitely. I will be running this. 1, it refills its stuff because it draws you a card, and 2, it makes Shadow Creep spots. And it says turn a space. You could turn a space that, like if you're going turn 2 and you move up, you whack their Healing Mystic, drop this on their Healing Mystic, it kills the Healing Mystic at the end of the turn because it deals 1 damage to it, and you refill your hand. You know, that's pretty cool. I think it's a 3 auto-occlude. Any kind of Abyssinian deck is going to run this that's running Shadow Creep spots. I love that it draws you a card. It didn't say draw a card. I'd be really iffy on this card. Real iffy. I don't think I would run it. But the fact that it refills your hand and it could potentially kill something that turn or just make you Shadow Creep spots is great. Definitely running 3 of these in my deck. I will probably take out Void Pulse for it because Void Pulse is very underrated, but it wins me games, boy. Let me tell you. Let me tell you what, that 3 health that it gives you is great, and it deals 2 damage, so late game you can just pop this and kill them sometimes. I've done it many times. But anyway, guys, those are the spoilers for the day. Let me know what you guys think below. Like I said, these were for the past 3 days. My next video, hopefully, I'll give you the next few days after this. Maybe I'm trying to upload more. Like I said, I just got my gaming computer back. I got the mic set up. I got everything now, boy. I got everything. So I'm going to try to upload more. I'm going to try to give you guys the videos you want to see. Also, probably in like a week, I'm going to do the community deck tech that I put up. So if you guys have not voted yet, go to community deck tech, look at my decks, and tell me what you guys want to see. I have a bunch of really cool stuff. Like I said, Abyssinian is probably my best faction. Just be aware that my decks, I do have some expensive cards in them because I did spend a little bit of money in the game. So let me know what you guys think, because I'm going to have good decks, and I know you guys are going to like them. But anyways, I'm your boy Clazo. Hope you guys enjoyed this video on these spoilers that was spoiled in the past 3 days. If you did, leave it a thumbs up. It helps out a lot. We're at like 83 subs right now, and we're still growing, almost on the road to 100. Hopefully, Duelist lets me do a giveaway. Maybe, probably not, but, you know, we'll try. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys keep on dueling. Have a good day. My name's Claus, and I will see you guys next time.